This is the Professional Amateur Hour coming to you with another review. This week, I checked out SheBorg, and this 2016 film was directed by Daniel Armstrong and stars Whitney Duff, Daisy Masterman, and Emma Louise Wilson, among others, of course. The story of this movie is about this SheBorg who comes to Earth, I guess, to take it over because she starts taking over people's bodies and then implanting them with cyborg parts. Then our three main ladies have to combat the cyborgs. But what will happen? Well, you have to watch the movie and find out. Alright, so let's discuss this movie. So, what did I like? I gotta say, I did enjoy the SheBorg. I thought she was kind of a great kind of idea or concept within the movie because she is propagating her, I guess, cyborgness to other people. And so she gets someone, she takes over their body with cyborg parts, and then that person goes and takes over another person. And I just thought that was a very interesting kind of way to, grow your army and stuff. And so all of that was really interesting. The world itself is also very interesting. It kind of seems like a post-apocalyptic world. It's never really mentioned. You never really see any towns or anything like that, but it is an interesting world as well. So yeah, all of the concepts and ideas I thought really worked. Other than that, this is an Australian movie, so they kind of have that Australian wackiness to it, or sensibility to it. And I absolutely enjoyed that. I just think it's so wacky, so enjoyable that way, and funny as well. And the main characters, I like them too. They were lots of fun as well. It's like this group of three ladies, and they are running around, they're yelling about anarchy, saving the puppies, all this other stuff as well. So yeah, all of that kind of Australian sensibility stuff really did work for me. This movie also has lots of practical effects, and I gotta say, I really did enjoy them. All of the cyborgs and their costumes I thought were really fun. It's just like an eyepiece sometimes, but even just that I thought was so effective. All of the blood splatter is really good, lots of blood splatter, and so all of the practical stuff definitely works for this one. Other than that, I don't know, just the feeling that you have while you're going through this movie is just so energizing, I'll say that. This movie has like a big kind of rock and roll theme, anarchy theme to it as well with the characters, and I don't know, that just pumps me up when I'm watching it, so that was really enjoyable. And that brings me to what doesn't work with this film. Well, it's actually not much. There's really nothing not to like in this one. It is low budget, and their low budget does show sometimes. For example, they'll have like puppies, but then it's just going to be like, stuffed animals or plushies or whatever they're called, instead of, real dogs. They have, they have like a chainsaw without a chain. They have this, like, I call it a weed whacker. It's this like machine that spins this plastic string around to cut weeds. I think they call it like a whippersnipper in this movie, but they have they don't have the plastic string to whip around. And so they just like touch it to a guy and he just like starts shaking. And so yeah, all of that low budget stuff, it is part of the charm, I would say. So it is just a fun, not serious movie where, sci-fi fans will have a blast. So who would I recommend this movie for? Well, I think if you're a sci-fi fan, do try to check this one out. It is quite a blast of a movie. It's a really fun, wacky Australian film for you to enjoy. As for rating, I gotta give it the good score of 7. And with that being said, I think that's all I wanted to say. So like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Hi, this is the Professional Amateur Hour coming to you with a post-credit scene this time. With this movie, it was a recommendation from one of our audience. They just kind of emailed in and recommended that we do this one. So thank you to whoever that was. I had an absolute blast with this movie. And you've probably seen this movie if you did recommend it. So I have another recommendation for you. And here it is. It is Australians. And it has like aliens in the end of Australians there. And so I enjoyed this movie. If you have seen SheBorg and you enjoyed it, I think this one would also be very enjoyable to you. So check it out if you want. And with that being said, join us in the next one.